I have a statement that I would like to make today. And this statement is for the believers as well as it is the unbelievers. God doesn't make anyone do right. God doesn't make anyone do right, but he gives us all an opportunity to get it right. God never will, he never does make anybody do right. But God will give us all an opportunity to get it right before our eyes close. And somebody may say, what do you mean? Well, when you think about just who God is, being an almighty God, an all-powerful God, knowing that God has all power to do all things, and God being who he is, if God wanted to make us do right, all God would have to do is just snap his finger. And God could make every last one of us do right. God could make every last one of us receive him and live a life that's pleasing to him. But the good thing about God is he gives everybody an opportunity to get it right. See, God gives everybody free will. God doesn't make anybody do anything. Because see, if God made us just do it, we would be a bunch of robots walking around here. If God just made us do what was right, if God just made us say that, yes, we're going to believe in him, we will be robots. And would we truly be living for him if we're just made to do right by him? I want you to think about it on today. See, if you have to make somebody be with you, do you think they really want to be with you? I want you to think about it now. If you have to always be to a point, whoever that person you with, and you have to constantly make them be with you, you have to make them do right by you, do you think they really want to be with you? And do you think they really want to do right by you? Because I think we all can raise our hand and say that we want our mate along with friends and kids. See, we want people in our lives and we want them doing things because they want to do things. See, if your children decide to do something nice for you, you want them to do it out the kindness of their heart. See, you just want your children to grow up and respect you because they truly love you. See, that's the thing about it. Nobody wants to make anybody do anything. You don't want to make people be your friends. You don't want to buy people to be your friends, because whenever you got to start making people do something or buying people to do something, do you really think that they want to do it? You have to think about it. And see, the same way that we wouldn't want it, and I know I wouldn't, you wouldn't. So think about God. At the end of the day, he wants us to love him and want to do right by him, because see, that's what we want to do. See, Christ wants us to know and realize the sacrifice that he made for us. And Christ wants us to realize the goodness of him and want us to live a life that's pleasing to him. See, that's what he wants from us. The same way that you will want it from your loved one, for the person that you with, Christ wants it too. He wants somebody to truly want to do right by him and want him because of him. And I want you to think about that on today. See, the good thing about Christ giving us all free will is that he's not going to make us do anything, but he's so good. See, this is the thing that somebody needs to give God all the glory and the praise about. It's because he don't make us do right, but somebody need to praise God right now that he gave us the opportunity to get it right. And I can raise my hand, because see, it didn't matter that I got baptized and I raised my hand and I said that I believed in him, but the reality of my life, I wasn't living for him. But see, Christ is such a good God. He's so good that you know what he did, and not just what he did for me, but the same thing that he does for you. He gives us opportunities to get it right before our eyes close. Because one thing I always tell people is this: all God is going to do throughout our lives is give us every opportunity. To the ones who don't believe in him, he's going to give them every opportunity throughout their lives to turn their lives over to him and start living for him. And that's the goodness of the God that we serve. He gives us all opportunities to get it right. But what somebody need to realize on today, one day that opportunity is going to come to an end. When is that opportunity going to come to an end? When your eyes close. And one thing I always say throughout our lives, to the believer and to the unbeliever, when God has given us nothing but opportunities to get our lives right, when we leave this world, and if we didn't get it right, we can't blame nobody but ourselves. We can't blame mama, we can't blame daddy, we can't blame brother, sister, and we sure can't blame God. Because all we can do is blame ourselves. Because God is saying, I'm going to give you every opportunity to get it right. See, that's just like when we know in our heart that we're not supposed to be with somebody. And see, the good thing again about God is, what does God do? See, God can't make you not be with the wrong person in your life. But you want to know what God does? He show you signs. See, one thing about God, he give us all signs. He give us signs that sign is showing you, you don't need to be with him. You don't need to be with her. You don't need to have a child by him. You don't need to have a child by her. You don't need to marry him. You don't need to marry her. You don't need to go there. You don't need to take that job. See, all God do throughout our life, he give us signs. But guess what? God can't do anything for you overlooking the signs. See, it's a lot of women that's been hurt, that's been messed up because they gave themselves to the wrong man. And all the signs was there that, guess what? They shouldn't have been with him. They shouldn't have a child by him. They never should have married him. But you know what? They went ahead and did it their way. And that's what Christ does. He allows us to do things our way. Because see, all Christ is going to do is like, I'm showing you the signs why you need to do it my way. Because Christ's way is always the right way. But if you want to do things your way, if you're determined to do things your way, you have the free will to do things your way. You have the free will to go where you want to go as you please. But it's signs there. And so on today, when you think about your life, and the reality of the matter is not knowing when it's going to become the end of your life. Everybody is given an opportunity to let go anything that don't represent Christ. Everybody is given the opportunity to receive him and to start living a life that's pleasing to him. On today, are you taking advantage of the opportunity that we all are given in our lives? And see, the good thing about God is he just don't give us an opportunity one time, two times, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many of us can be honest and raise our hands on today and say, God has been giving us so many opportunities for years to get our life together. Years we've been out here living wild. Years we've been living any kind of way. And God still kept his hands around us saying, I'm going to give you the opportunity to come back to me. I'm going to give you the opportunity to come back to me. So what are you doing with the opportunities on today? The opportunities that the Lord is giving you on today. The opportunities, are you taking advantage of those opportunities to get things right? The right way? Or are you still just saying whatever, I'm gonna live any kind of way? I want you to think about that on today. Today is the day to realize that God will never make you do right. Because I think some people get it mixed up. Because I hear people often say, well, when God is ready for me to turn my life around, he know what he needs to do. He'll change me. And I think that's the thing that people get messed up and thinking when God is ready for me to do right. No, honey, God is going to give you every opportunity to get it right. He's not going to make you do right. He's not going to snap his fingers and get you to living right. He wants you to do that on your own. And he's going to give you every opportunity on your own to start coming to him so you can start living a life that's pleasing to him. So are you one of those people on the day that you're saying when he's ready for you, he'll do what he has to do? But what if Christ has already done what he's called to do for you and he's waiting on you? Because we're not waiting on God. God has already laid everything out and done everything that he is supposed to do. But on today, Christ is saying, now I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. And we better realize this, that one day time is going to run out for every last one of us. So we can't take all the time that we think that we want to take, because one day time is going to run out. Time is going to run out on me, just like one day time is going to eventually run out on you. And today is the day that you have to be real. What are you going to do? What is it on today that you know in your heart you need to get right? It's time for you to take advantage of the opportunity, because you know the Lord has been dealing with you about your wrong ways. See, the Lord can't make you stop doing things the wrong way, but are you taking advantage of the opportunity that God is giving you to turn your wrong ways into right ways? Are you taking advantage of the opportunity that God is laying in front of you, saying, I'm giving you the opportunity to get things right with the loved one, with a friend, with a coworker, with a neighbor, because you don't know how long you have left and you don't know how long they have left. That God is saying, I'm trying to give you the opportunity to mend relationships, to forgive. I'm trying to give you the opportunity to get things right before time runs out. We all must go to the Lord and seek the Lord so we can be right with the Lord and take advantage of these opportunities that's given to us only by the Lord. Because God is so full of grace and mercy towards the end of lives. And I heard a lot of nurses tell stories about how people will come in and they'll be on their deathbed, and the nurses will talk about how they'll try to ask them, well, are you ready to receive the Lord? Are you ready to accept Jesus into your life? And up until the last moment, they will say no. And up until that moment, God still gives everybody an opportunity, even on their deathbed when they're about to leave this world. Now think about how good God is. On the deathbed, knowing they're about to leave this world, God is still giving people opportunities to get it right, and they still say no. And I say it again, when the breath leaves out the body, if you never got it right, you cannot blame anybody but yourself. So today is the day. What is it on today that you know I need to make right? I need to get it right. Today is the day that you need to say, Lord, I need to do better with the opportunities that you're giving me, because I don't know how long I'm going to have the opportunity to get it right. So somebody needs to remember on today, to the believer and to the unbeliever, God will never make you do right. He will never make you receive him and live for him, but he'll give you every opportunity to come to him before it's too late. And one day for every last one of us, it'll be too late. And it'll be too late when the breath is out of our body. So let's get this stuff together while the breath is in our body. So always remember my closing, self-examination. It's the best examination, and Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.